Hi fashion lovers, here is another sewing tutorial on how to make this trendy Halter neckline gathered dress just as seen here. I will walk you through step by step on how I made this dress, and all you have to do is watch to the end, subscribe, like, comment and share with friends. And if you are new to my channel, thanks for stopping by. Okay, so guys, let's get started. I'll be using this crepe fabric for this tutorial and it's about 1.5 yards. Okay, to start off with this video tutorial, I'm gonna head to fold my fabric and I'm cutting for both the front and the back pattern. Okay, my fabric here, I'm gonna head to take the shoulder line and the hemline, and the actual dress length which I'll be using for this tutorial is 38 inches. So what I have here on my fabric is 33.5 inches. I subtracted 5.5 inches for my gathers, okay, for the pleated gathers. So for the back pattern, I went out here by 1/2 inch. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do here, I'm going to take out 3 inches. So guys, I took out 3 inches here for my gathers, okay, for the pleated gathers. So here I'll be taking my shoulder measurement, and my shoulder measurement of 15 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 7.5 inches, which is this point here. Okay, then from my marked point, I'll be moving down here by 1 inch to take my shoulder slope, and from my shoulder slope point, I'll be moving down here by 7 inches for my armhole length. This is a sleeveless dress, okay, and I wouldn't like my armpit to be showing. That's the reason why I marked 7 inches. You can equally take your armhole length, okay, your desired armhole length. Then the next thing that I'm going to do here, I'm going to take the horizontal body measurement. So from shoulder line to the bust line here is 10 inches. To my waistline here is 15 inches. Down to the hip line is 24 inches. Okay. Then I drew a straight line across my marked point. So guys, this is my shoulder line, my bust line, waistline and the hip line. Okay. The next thing that I'm going to do here is to take my neckline width. Okay, for my neckline width, I will be making use of 3.5 inches for my front neckline width. Then I'll connect it to my shoulder slope point. For the back neckline length, I'll be moving down here by 1.5 inches, which is this point. Okay. And for the front neckline here, I'll be moving down here by 3.5 inches, which is this point here. Okay. So this is for the back neckline, and this line here, the second line here, is for the front neckline. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is to take my armhole curve. Okay. So coming over to my armhole line here, I'm going to take my midpoint of 3.5 inches. Which is this point. Then at the chest line here, I'm going to take my bust circumference, and my bust circumference of 34 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5 inches, which is this point. Okay, also I'll be moving in here by 0.6 inches to create the armhole curve. Then because this is a Halter neckline dress, okay, from my neckline width point, I'll move down here by 1 inch. Okay, I'll move down here by 1 inch. Then I'll connect it to meet my armhole point. Then I'll go ahead and take my basic body measurements. So coming over to the bust line, my bust circumference of 34 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5 inches, which is this point. Then I'm also going to add 1.5 inch hemming allowance, which is this point. Down to the waistline, my waist circumference of 28 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 7 inches, which is this point. Then I'm also going to add 1.5 inch hemming allowance. Okay. To the hip line, my hip circumference of 38 inches divided by 4 is going to give me 9.5 inches, which is this point here. Okay. Then I'm also going to add 1.5 inches hemming allowance. Okay, then I'll measure what I have here at the hip line, and what I have here is 11 inches. Okay, then I'm going to take it down to the hemline. So what I have as my hemline measurement here is 12 inches. Okay, so I'll be using the whole 12 inches point that I have here. Then I'll go ahead and connect my marked point. So guys, this is it. The reason why I subtracted 1 inch from the neckline is because it's going to have a neckline band. Okay, that's the reason why I subtracted 1 inch here. Okay, then I'll go ahead now and cut this out. So guys, after cutting, this is what I have. Okay, this is the front neckline, and I'll be making my pleats this way. Can you see what I'm doing? You can equally make your pleats using 1/2 inch. So I'm using 1/2 inch to make my pleats. After making my front neckline pleats, I went ahead to measure my round neckline, and what I have here is 7.5 inches. Okay, so I'll go ahead now, take it to my sewing machine and stitch up the neckline. Okay, can you see what I have here? Also, for the back pattern, I've gone ahead to pleat for my back pattern neckline. Okay, can you see what I have for my back pattern neckline? It's going to have an opening here. Okay, for the back pattern is going to have an opening. So I've gone ahead to pleat for my back pattern neckline. Can you see that? Also, I've gone ahead to cut out this long piece of fabric which I'll be using in making my gathers. And the length I have here is about 7.5 inches. Okay, so I'll also go ahead and make my gathers. After making my neckline pleat for the front pattern, this is what I have. Okay, and for the armhole here, I've gone ahead to turn it up with my bias. Can you see what we have for the front pattern? Can you see my neckline pleats? Okay, also for the back pattern, I've gone ahead to do the same. So this is the neckline pleats for the back pattern. Can you see what we have here? Then the next thing to do here is to fix our neckline band. Okay, so I've gone ahead to cut out a long strap of fabric. Okay, so this dress here is not going to have any zipper. Okay, so I'll be tying the strap at the back. So to fix the strap, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to notch the center of this strap here, my fabric strap. I'm going to notch the center. So the notched part here is the center part. Okay, after notching it, I'll also notch the center part of my neckline, front neckline. Okay, I'll also notch the center. Can you see what we have here? Okay, so I'll be placing the center part to the center. Okay, can you see that? Just the normal way you fix your collar. Okay, your neckline collar, just the normal way. Then go ahead and pin it up. Can you see what we have here? After pinning the front neckline, remember that we subtracted 1 inch when cutting the necklines. Okay, then we are going to add it back. So from here, where my front neckline stopped, I'm going to take out 1 inch. Which is this point. Can you see what I'm doing? Then from this marked point is where I'll be fixing the back neckline. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? I'll be pinning up the back neckline. Okay, then for the other side, I'll also do the same. I'll take out 1 inch. I'll take out 1 inch. Okay, then I'll also pin it up. So guys, after pinning, can you see what we have here? Okay, after pinning for both the front and the back pattern, can you see what we have here? Okay, then I'll go ahead now. I'll take this to my sewing machine and stitch it up. Okay, I'll stitch up the round neckline. So guys, after stitching up, this is what I have. Okay, can you see that for my neckline? Then the next thing to do here is to top stitch. So the center notched part here, I'm also going to take it in like this. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to fold it in, then I'm going to top stitch. So I will be pinning this up. Can you see what I'm doing? So guys, I'll take it over to my sewing machine to top stitch. Okay, just the way I have pinned it up, the neckline up. Can you see what I have here for my neckline? Okay, then coming over to the sides, I'm going to use 1.5 inches to shape my dress or to hem my dress. Okay, I'm going to use 1.5 inches to hem. Okay, for the sides. Okay, then to the hemline, to my dress hemline, okay, which is this down part here. Okay, I'm gonna have to make my gathers. Okay, so I'll be joining these gathers down to the hemline. Okay, to my dress hemline, I'll be fixing the gathers. So I'll be fixing it to the hemline of my dress. Okay, can you see what we have here? So I'll take this over to my sewing machine as to stitch it up. And finally guys, this is my end result. You can see how my dress came out. Do well to hit on the subscription button, subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share with your friends. And if you have any question regarding to this tutorial, drop it on the comment section. I'll be there to attend to you. Thank you guys for watching and see you on my next video tutorial. Bye.